Hello, this is Bill Bullard with RCAF USA, the voice of the independent cattle producer in the United States of America. Well, it's no secret that the country of Brazil wants to become the world's beef packing superpower, and it began very aggressively in the mid-2000s to accomplish that goal. It sent its firm, JBS, the Brazilian firm, into America to acquire Swift & Company. Swift & Company was the nation's third largest beef packer. And after it acquired Swift & Company, suddenly we had a little-known foreign firm among the top big four packers in the United States. And then very soon, in 2008, the JBS wanted to acquire National Beef Packing Company, which was the fourth largest packer. And we went to the Justice Department and argued if they allowed this acquisition to take place, we would substantially reduce competition in both the fed cattle market and the wholesale box beef market. And the Justice Department agreed with us, as did 17 state attorneys general, that together filed a formal action to enforce our antitrust laws, and they effectively blocked that merger. But that didn't stop Brazil. The goal is still within its sights. And it sent another Brazilian firm to America, this one called Marfrig, which is among the world's largest meat packers. And Marfrig has now acquired a majority ownership in National Beef Packing Company. So now among the big four beef packers in the United States, two of them are Brazilian owned. And that certainly weakens the United States' security interest in food production, particularly beef production. Nevertheless, now Marfrig, which owns National Beef Packing Company, wants to begin swallowing up additional meat packing plants. They've got their eyes focused on regional plants. The one they're trying to purchase now is Iowa Premium. It's a packing plant in Iowa that slaughters about 1,100 head a day. And we went back to the Justice Department last week and we said, if you allow this acquisition to take place, again, you will substantially reduce competition in the fed cattle market. And so we argued in our letter to the Justice Department that if this acquisition were to occur, we would accelerate the decline in the cash market in the United States. Now, the cash market is the price discovery market. And throughout the United States, that market is becoming ultra thin. In fact, on a national level, we're down to the range of 20 to 25% of cattle are acquired in the cash market. And while all other cattle are acquired through some form of captive supply arrangements like formula contracts. And we argued that this is harmful and detrimental to the interests of producers that want robust competition in the marketplace. And so even though the national volume of cattle sold in the cash market has been reduced significantly, Iowa stands as a clear contrasting example, because in Iowa, it still has over 50% of the cattle that are acquired through the competitive price discovering cash market. And so our argument is if you allow one of the big four beef packing cartels to acquire this regional plant, and when these beef packing cartel members like to purchase their cattle through formula contracts and other means other than the cash market, you will begin to reduce the cash market in Iowa. That will adversely affect that region, but it will affect the entire nation because it would continue to accelerate the thinning of the cash market. We also argued that this would represent a sheer decline in the numbers of packers, and as a result, cattle feeders would have fewer marketing outlets with which to sell their cattle to. And then we argued that both JBS and Marfrig are bad actors. They have both been accused in Brazil of engaging in antitrust activities and buying cattle from producers at less than competitive prices. We also know they were both involved in the food safety scandal, in which bribery ran rampant in Brazil, and as a result, JBS officials were jailed. And so we are not in support at all of allowing this new Brazilian firm to now acquire one of our regional firms. And as I said, we've asked the Justice Department, and we're now beginning to ask other state attorneys general to join with us in opposition and to enforce our U.S. antitrust laws to preserve and protect robust competition in the U.S. fed cattle market. With that, we're out of time. We hope you have a productive week. Thank you and goodbye.